Greetings from Michigan. It is August 23rd, 22, and what you see there is a Socoro Black, and it has a few fruits, hopefully fully ripe. So I'm gonna do a taste on Socoro Black. And if you've seen the video of Harvey from Figaholics, you can have a pretty much a good idea of what Socoro Black would look in California. You can imagine the taste. It looks great there, and it's mostly caprified. Here we can see what the uncaprified, unpollinated fruit looks like, and that's the purpose of making this video. This tree is about 3 years old right now. Let's take a look up close. Oh, first, before I start doing that, I just want to show you, I'm going to measure bricks on Socoro Black. And what I didn't do before, always, I did not calibrate. Sometimes I would look through the refractometer and making sure that it has, you see now, it's dead center at 0. Basically applying distilled water on a plate, leave it for 30 seconds, will calibrate the refractometer. So not always I did this, and sometimes I would wonder why doesn't fruit show higher bricks than what it is. I was, especially with black Madeiras that I've tasted many times. So that could be one of the reasons. Now let's take a look and see. And then we can also measure bricks in Socoro Black. I had a couple of good Socoro Blacks, and then some there were not. And probably the reason is we had a lot of rain. Really, our August this year was really rainy. We had a stretch of maybe last week 5-6 days of not raining. Then yesterday, day before yesterday, it did. So right now the sky look, I mean, sporadically I can see some gray clouds. Mostly are nice and blue skies. But let's see how many I do have here. One fruit here that's really ripe. Let me just hold this up better. It's this one here. So this one for sure is the ripest of all. And you can see that it has a very close eye or osteo. Let's take a look at the others. These, I'm not sure if they're going to be fully ripe, but they seem soft. Again, closed osteo or eye. They have a really good attachment. It's pretty much hard to detach them. And I'll try this one here too. This one, I'm gonna just leave it for another day. We had a few other fruits on the other side. And looking at the leaf shape, mostly trilobes, like this one here, even on the top and on the bottom. This one here is pentalobe, 5 lobes. It's the biggest, but I'm gonna take this one that is a trilobe because that represents majority. Alright, let me just set my camera. Okay, look in this one. Again, this is very good to have a closed eye. A little bit of a nectar there through the eye. And let's cut them open. Let's do the one that's the ripest of all. It looks really good. Wow. really jammy. You can see the pooling in a center of nectar. Let's got this one also. This one is 1 day behind the first one, but still it has a nice pooling of what I call it thick honey, but it's actually a nectar. Honey only comes if it's manufactured by bees, but it's okay to call it honey. It looks like honey, and I'm gonna keep this one like that. And you can see also the color here. It has a nice coloration too. So the tip is mostly yellow all the way to the peduncle, and then going downwards towards the ostiole, the eye, it gets kind of very light purple and some brownish coloration too. I'm gonna first take a picture. Oh, let me paste. And maybe one full fruit like that, untouched. That looks good. Now if I only had a marker with me, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I really want to document the date and the variety. So SB, as is popularly marked, and today is August 23, 22. Let's take a picture. All right. That's taken. Maybe one picture with my camera like this. Alright. And now, first, I'm gonna weigh them. Let's see how much it is an average. So the first fruit, I'm just placing in grams. Actually, let's do it here. Oh, wrong button. Again, technical difficulties. It's kind of normal. on this channel. Alright, first fruit was 28 grams, although it feels heavier than that, bigger. Alright, second one was a little bit smaller, I imagine about 25. And it's 25, yes. And this is the biggest one. This is 34. And let's measure the bricks. I will do the one that's really the ripest. Let's see which one has this one here. So this is what I like to do. I like to emulsify this pulp to release more juice. Ideally I would strain this if I would do even more precise or easier, but I think it gives fairly accurate measurement. You can see that it has a lot of seeds. Okay, and let's take a look together. I'm gonna go right at the sky. Alright, so not a lot, it's about 20. Just below 20 perhaps. Okay. But the bricks level doesn't actually reflect the taste of how much do we like the taste quality. So let me just, actually I'm gonna just scoop up all that pulp back. If I had as many figs as Harvey, I wouldn't do that. Many times I've seen videos of where he would throw, perfectly ripe fig. Oh, it's a little bit overripe. Oh my god, if I could only jump through the screen, I will grab that fruit and eat it. So let's take a look. I don't have that luxury, so every fruit is valuable to me. So let's see. Suspected, not as much sweetness. It is, I would say, medium sweetness, and that bricks level reflects it. However, the taste is very mellow, figgy or mulberry taste mixed with the strawberries. I would say more mulberry than strawberry, 2-to-1 ratio. And let's try this one. This one is even less ripe than the other one. So let's see. Surprisingly good, about the same sweetness, but very, very good. Now, do I like this more than my Hardy Chicago? A perfectly ripe Hardy Chicago? Yeah, I would like to see this one without any raining. I would think that that lack of sweetness comes from a little bit of dilution from the rain. So it is a little bit on a watery side. I would imagine if we had several days of dry weather, sunny dry weather like this, and so the soil could dry up a little bit more right there, then the sweetness will be higher, and perhaps the taste will also be different, sweeter. But very, very good fig. I'm happy with it, and we'll see the rest of them. Maybe if you don't have any rain in a couple of days, I will maybe do another test just to follow up if I see there is a really major improvement. All right, thank you for watching and have a great day.